Following others, looking to others before leaping, is quite literally ingrained into our DNA. Since the beginning of time, humans have looked to other humans for their survival. Codependency is what kept our ancestors alive. Fast forward almost 3 million years later, and a lot of those same core principles still exist today. In the way a child looks to their parent for protection, nourishment, and guidance. The all-knowing hand of a parent guiding the malleable child into realms of morality, being taught what's right and what's wrong. It starts with agreeable concepts. Keep your hands to yourself, treat others the way you want to be treated. But as you age, before you know it, front, left, and center, everyone around you, not just your parents, are telling you how you should be living your life. The only right way of being. From politics to aspirations to self-expression. Social media and our peers teach us what to wear and what not to wear. In school, we learn words like popular and loner, or weird and cool, how to act, how not to act, what to say and what not to say. A new trend every season, and if you fail to keep up, you'll be left behind. So yes, while the herd mindset served a purpose in our earlier years, for our ancestors, and for our gene pool, there comes a point in time where we must separate ourselves from that mentality and embrace individuality. And if we don't, it's at that point that following others becomes our detriment instead of our aid in progression. The truth is, and I'm gonna hold your hand when I say this, and I'm gonna hold my hand too because I need it. There will always be someone who does not like you, who doesn't like the way you talk, who doesn't like the way you act, who doesn't like the way you dress, who doesn't like what you believe in. You could literally be the kindest person on the face of this planet, the funniest person on the face of the planet, and there will still be someone who hates every fiber of your being. And that is okay. It is quite literally impossible to appease everyone. And if you've never met anyone who doesn't like you, if everyone around you likes you, you're doing something wrong. Metamorphosizing yourself to fit in with others, to be liked by others, is exhausting. And at the end of the day, there will always be someone who doesn't like you. It's inevitable. So isn't it better to know what it's like, to feel the freedom of expressing yourself authentically, to live in your truth and be disliked, or to put a mask, live an exhausting life, and be disliked anyways? A lot of the times when people disagree with you, it actually has nothing to do with you at all. Now obviously this is a case-to-case kind of scenario, but a lot of the times it is people just projecting their own insecurities onto you. On top of that, the more you express your authentic self, the more you are you, the more you attract people who are just like you. And I promise they are looking for you. You being yourself, makes others around you feel more comfortable to be themselves too. You might even make some people around you feel uncomfortable just by being you. But guess what? Those people that do feel uncomfortable are not for you. They are not your people. And that is okay. You do not have to be liked by everyone. You will never be too loud, too quirky, too silly for your people, for the right people. So stop watering yourself down. Stop diluting yourself for the sake of others, for their comfortability. Quite frankly, what other people think of you is none of your business. You are not responsible for the thoughts of others. You are not responsible for the way people react to you. And really though, let's just think about it in this way. Worst case scenario, you express yourself authentically. The people around you feel uncomfortable. They judge you for it. They shame you for it. They think horrible things. But at the end of the day, those are literally just thoughts. Their thoughts that exist within their head will never be able to physically harm you ever. They're just thoughts. They don't even exist within the material realm. They will not physically hurt you unless you let them. We can't control other people's reactions to us, but we can control our own reactions to what others think of us. We can't make people like us, but we can control whether or not we like ourselves. We can't control what other people say about us, but we can control what we believe to be true about ourselves. So many of us spend so much of our time trying to appease others, trying to fit in, trying to be liked by everyone, when in reality, even if we do get that validation and acceptance we've been looking for, it will never be enough. It will never truly fill your cup up. You know why? And as corny as this sounds, it's true, so I'm going to say it. Because that validation and acceptance and love you have been looking for can really only be found from within. So many of us look outside of ourselves to feel wholeness, to feel completeness. And we do that because we are subconsciously seeking out that emotion that we lack within ourselves. We look to others to find acceptance because we have not yet accepted ourselves. We look to others to find our worth because we have not yet recognized that within ourselves. Become the person you are looking for yourself. You want someone to see you for who you are, to love you unconditionally. Then love yourself unconditionally. You want someone to believe in you, to motivate you, to stand by your side no matter what. Then believe in yourself. Y'all saw that? Okay, let's just act like that didn't happen. Then believe in yourself. Motivate yourself. Stand by your side no matter what. Don't give up on yourself. And in time, you will find that once you've been giving yourself this acceptance, this validation, and this love, you suddenly stop craving it from other people. You suddenly don't feel like you need someone else to love you and accept you because you will have already given that to yourself. There is no lack coming from within. So why would there be a need to fill your cup up anymore when it's already full? Suddenly, it doesn't matter anymore what other people think of you, whether they think you're cool or cringy or awkward or funny, because deep down to your core, you know exactly who you are, what you are. You're no longer wavering to every person's perception of you. I know exactly who I am to my core. So why would I care what Billy Joel over there thinks about me? I don't give a damn. And it's a bit strange because I've titled my video in this way, but really I should have said authenticity equals approval. Because true authenticity and true self-expression does not come about until you give yourself, until you grant yourself the permission to be you. Let your guard come down, let your walls come down. Allow yourself to express yourself freely. And I know it's not easy. I know it's not easy. And that's because over the years, we've been taught to feel ashamed about parts of ourselves. It is through learned experiences that we've learned to hate ourselves, to dislike ourselves, because no one on earth was born disliking themselves. All of us grew up being taught what's right and what's wrong through school, through movies, through shows, through parents, through family. Everyone's trying to shove these ideas down our throat that we don't even get time to find our own voice. And it is through those learned experiences that our ego and our mind kicked in and said, wait, hold on. This situation is uncomfortable. This is scary. I feel shamed. I feel judged. I don't feel safe to be myself. This situation isn't safe for me. Okay, let me take these parts of myself and bury them as deep as I can. This is threatening. So I'm gonna make sure this part of myself never sees the light again, so I never have to feel like this again. But I'm here to tell you that it's time to let go of the past. It's time to ground ourselves in the present moment. It's time to acknowledge that I am not what I have been taught about myself. I can decide who I am. I can decide what's right and what's wrong for me. I can acknowledge that other people's perceptions about me, their truth about me, does not have to be my truth. Their opinions do not have to be facts in my world. I can create my own truths. It is safe for me to be myself. I am allowed to be myself. My voice deserves to be heard. Do you want to know the actual right way to live your life? Only right way to live is to, in every single moment, imagine the one thing that would bring you the most excitement, and then do that thing. When you get up in the morning, it's time to get dressed. What outfit would bring you the most excitement? What makeup look would make you the happiest? Don't stop to think what others around you might think. Follow your excitement. Follow your happiness. It's time to choose a career. What do you want to do with your life? What would bring you the most excitement? And then follow that excitement through action. And that is the right way to live your life. That is the correct way of living, of being. The second you start living for yourself and no one else, that's when everything around you starts to fall into place. Create that happiness within yourself, create that acceptance within yourself, and the world around you will start to reflect that. You are enough exactly as you are. Your individuality is what makes you you. Imagine if everyone in the world was just another carbon copy of each other. We all wore the same exact things, we all spoke about the same exact things. How boring would that be? Our differences is what makes life interesting. And your differences deserve to be seen by the world. You deserve to see yourself be seen and what it feels like and the freedom that comes along with it. It's time to be yourself now. Love ya! Thank you so much for watching this week's episode of Conversations with Carmen. Bye!